The St. Andrews Prefectorial Board, later known as the St. Andrews Student Government, was first established in 1934. Since the pioneer batch, the prefects have been servant leaders of our school. Their vision was to serve, lead, and inspire. Serve the school, lead the students, and inspire the juniors. During the first quarter of the year, the school congregates to commend the new guards and the seniors. This commendation is held yearly in the St. Andrews Cathedral. Much preparation is needed before the event. The whole board is involved in the preparation, portraying the value of teamwork, in which is much valued in our board.
Okay, when I first joined the school, I found the prefects then were like substitute teachers. They had a lot of power, and they control the discipline of the students rather well. And that went on and on and on. But what I do notice about the transformation of the prefects is this. I think because of this new generation of students and so on, that kind of method of like just telling them what to do, enforcing discipline without explanation and so on, I think we feel that that doesn't tie in with this new generation of students. So I must say that the prefect masters in terms of Ms. Nadia, in terms of Mr. Kenny Lew and Mr. Lune, I think the three of them have done a great job, together with the help of the senior prefects, in revamping the prefectorial board to suit this present day and age. And what I notice about the prefects now is this: they lead with love. They don't just lead because they have power, but they lead because they care. And because they show that they care about the students, there are fewer conflicts, and most students respond well to prefects because prefects communicate and explain rather than shout and scream all the time. Sometimes we need to shout and scream, but I think this thing is being reduced to engage the students. So I see that the prefectorial board is heading in the right way. And what I'm especially happy is that the prefectorial board seems to be able to attract very good people in. In the past, it would be like impossible to attract CCA leaders and so on. Now CCA leaders also want to join the prefectorial board and so on. So I feel that now this prefectorial board, for the past, I would say maybe I can't remember how many years, but at least 2-3 years, at least, whereby it garners a lot of respect from the student population, as well as the teachers and the school leaders and so on. So really, the state of affairs for the prefectorial board now is at its very good phase. It is really at its peak, being able to attract good people. I remember some years back, it was very difficult to attract good people to become prefect. Nobody wanted to be a prefect. But now, well, it seems to be something that people aim to want to join. And I think the credit, of course, other than the teachers, is you prefects yourselves. Because you set such a good example, you are such a good role model, that I think people do notice and they want to be like you like that. That is what I feel about the current board.
After the commendation, the new guards will engage in activities that will allow them to be accepted into the board. This will allow the old guards, in general, to interact with the new guards, to know their new counterparts better. These activities will also be able to train the new guards mentally and physically, a process that every new guard is put through. This will better prepare the new guard for future challenges that they may face.
Basically, in St. Andrews Secondary School, we emphasize on servant leadership. So, in order for a prefect to be in St. Andrews Secondary School, he definitely must have a heart to serve and the courage to lead as well. Besides that, we also look at certain qualities such as having a lot of integrity, commitment, because there are a lot of school events such as the Rugby Finals Founders Day, which require the commitment and the hard work of the school prefects. So these are the main qualities that we are looking at in terms of prefect.
I have a confession to make. I'm an alcoholic.
The prefects have a main role to play during their term of service to serve the school. They usually carry out duties during the morning assembly to aid the teachers in the welfare of the students. They also play PR roles, attending other schools' commendations, or else known as investitures. Attending other schools' commendation will not only allow the prefects to know more students, but also can exchange cultures. The prefects also inspire the Sec 1s by planning and conducting the annual Sec 1 camp. The camp allows new students to bond and get to know each other better. It's also a time for seniors to impart the school values and culture to the juniors. The camp is also a good way for the prefects to demonstrate servant leadership and hopefully inspire the Sec 1s.
I think that serving basically just shows what we are meant to do. Stuff like, as in we're supposed to help the school, serve the students by planning events, by bringing students down, crowd control, basically helping wherever the school needs it. And for lead, it will also show what we were meant to do. We were supposed to lead by example, lead through our actions, give a good example of how a student is supposed to be like in St. Andrews. And for inspire is basically to ensure the continuity of the SA spirit, the prefects, and basically just show what it really means to be a St. Andrews student or a prefect.